In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this new column design chart on which you can see the current year summary. Along with this, you can see the previous year summary with percentage, and everything is done using simple slicer and pivot table. For example, I have this simple slicer and I can easily select whatever year I want and it will show the previous year and current year summary. Of course, for the first year, we don't have any previous year data, but if I select any other year, it will automatically show me each and everything. Now, how we can create this amazing chart, I will show you each and everything in this video. Consider I have this data table. The first thing, I will click anywhere on the table, click on insert, and we need to insert pivot table on a newer sheet. The next thing, I will simply move category on a rows field and total sale amount on a values field. Now I will click on design and we simply need to off the grand total. Now I will select the entire pivot table, hit Ctrl C, click here, Ctrl V to duplicate the pivot table. In the second pivot table, we need to remove the category as well as sum of sale. And I will simply move the year on a rows field. Now I will copy the third pivot table, hit Ctrl C, click here, Ctrl V to duplicate this. In the third pivot table, I will simply move year on a columns field, category on a rows field, and sale on a values field. Now I will click on my first pivot table, go to pivot table analyze, and we need to insert slicer based on year field and simply hit OK. I will click on report connection and we need to connect the first two pivot table with the slicer and just leave the third pivot table. Simply hit OK. Now if I click on my slicer, you can see my first two pivot table update while the third pivot table is remain the same. The next thing, I will simply click on my slicer, right click to duplicate the design and simply click on format, border and select non-border, hit OK and simply hit OK, and now simply select the modify slicer design. Now click again on slicer setting, uncheck the display header and simply check hide item with no data. The next thing, we need to create our helper table, so I will move this slicer a little bit to the bottom side and increase the width of the columns. Instead of writing all of the heading name one by one, I will simply go to my ready file, select all of the column name, hit Ctrl C, go to my working file and simply hit Ctrl V. Now we need to build formula for each of the column. I will simply click on D4, type equal and select all of the category name, hit enter. Click on total sale, simply type equal and select all of the sale, hit enter. Now to calculate the previous year sale, we need to develop XLOOKUP function. For example, if I click on my slicer, you can see my second pivot table automatically update and it only shows the current selected year. So if I type XLOOKUP, open parenthesis, what is the lookup value? So in this case, I will select row 17 minus 1, which is actually the previous year. Hit comma. And for the lookup array, I will select all of the heading name which has year, including some more blank columns. So in future, if we have more data sheet, it will automatically update. Hit comma. And for the return range, I will select all of the columns and multiple rows. Hit comma. If not found, in this case, I want blank result. Close parenthesis, hit enter. Now you can see we perfectly developed the formula to get our previous year sale. The next thing, we need to calculate our percent changes. Simply type equal, open parenthesis, select the current year sale minus previous year sale, close parenthesis, divide by the current year sale, hit enter and simply change the format to percentage and drag this formula down. The next thing, we need to create formula for our data label. So for this, I will click on H4 cell, increase the formula bar width and simply click on formula bar, type equal and text join. Open parenthesis, the delimiter in this case is character 10, close parenthesis, hit comma and simply ignore the second parameter. For the text one, I will write text function, open parenthesis, click on previous year sale and for the format, in this case, I want dollar space hash comma hash hash quotation mark close parenthesis hit comma. And now I will write again the text function, open parenthesis, click on %changes, hit comma. And for the format, I want 0% quotation mark again, close parenthesis for text function, hit comma. For the text tree, I want to show the down arrow symbol. So on this website, you can easily find this symbol. I will click on downward fill arrow and it will automatically copy. Now go to your working Excel file and simply write quotation mark, Control V and quotation mark again, close parenthesis for text join function and hit enter. Now simply drag this formula down, and now if you click on warp text, everything look perfect. The next thing, we need to apply if condition because I want to only display the result when I have negative change for decrease column. So I will apply a very easy if condition, open parenthesis. If this value is less than 0, hit comma, then I want to return this whole function result. Otherwise, I want to return the null result, close parenthesis, hit enter, and now simply drag this formula down. Now I will copy this whole formula, hit Ctrl C, double click on I4, hit Ctrl V, and instead of less than 0, I will change this to, let's say, greater than or equal to, and we need to change down arrow to up arrow. So I will simply go to website and click on upward fill arrow, go to Excel sheet and simply replace, hit Ctrl V and simply hit enter and drag this formula down. Now if you click on warp text, everything look perfect. Now we need to build formula for lower decrease bar and lower increase bar. So I will simply type equal average, open parenthesis, select the total cell column, hit F4 key to lock the reference, close parenthesis, divide by 2.5, hit enter. But we only want to display this result whenever the % change is less than 0. So I will apply easy if condition, open parenthesis, if the % change is less than 0, hit comma, then I want to return the average function result, hit comma, otherwise I want to get the null result, close parenthesis, hit enter. Now we need to drag this formula down and I will simply copy the entire formula, hit Ctrl C, click on K4 cell, Ctrl V. Instead of less than 0, we need to make this greater than equal to 0, hit enter and simply drag this formula down. Now our calculations are ready for the chart. For understanding purpose, I will select all of my table data and simply select unwarp the text. I will select the first two columns, hold Control key and select the last two columns. Click on insert recommended chart. In this case, I will click all chart, stack column chart, and I will select the second layout and simply hit OK. Now I will click on my chart. Along with this, I will click on the slicer, hit Ctrl X, insert a new worksheet and simply hit Ctrl V. I will do a little bit formatting first. The first thing, simply click on the chart, go to chart design, select data. In this case, I want the total cell in the first series. So I will move this down and simply hit OK. Now I will click any of the column, right click, format data series. In this case, the gap width, let's say 10%. Now I will click on format. On the very left side, you can see a drop down. I need to select the lower decrease bar first. Click on shape fill. I will select the light gray color. Click on plus icon, apply data label, more data label option. Click value from cell. Go to sheet 1. Select the entire decrease column. Simply hit OK. And now uncheck value and show leader line. Go to home. Increase the font size a little bit more. Make it bold and change the font color to red. Now click on format again. Click on drop down and simply select lower increase bar. For the shape fill, I will select the same gray color. Click on plus icon, apply data label, more data label option, value from cell, go to sheet 1. In this case, I will select increase data label and hit OK. I will uncheck value and show leader line. Go to home, increase the font size a little bit more, choose the green font color and make it bold. Now I will click on vertical x-axis and simply hit delete key. Also click on legend and simply hit delete key. The next thing, I will off the grid line as well. Simply click on plus icon and off the grid line. I will click on total sale bar and we need to apply data label, more data label option. On the lower side you can see number. In this case I want currency format with 0 decimal point. Click on properties and for the custom angle I will define -30 degree, hit enter. Go to home, increase the font size a little bit more. Change the font color to white and make it bold as well. Now again click on total sale bar. Click on format. Click on shape effect. Glow. In this case I will apply the light blue glow. Now our chart is ready. You can do a little bit more formatting. The only thing remaining, we need to apply the round border. So I will simply select my chart, click on shape outline and select no outline. And now simply off the grid line as well. Now simply click on insert, insert a round rectangle. Draw over the chart. Click on format. For the shape fill I will select no fill. For the shape outline I will select, let's say 3 point or let's say 6 point. I will change the outline color as well. And now I will do a little bit more adjustment. After a little bit work, my chart is look perfect. Now the only thing, we need to group this chart. So simply click any of the shape, hit Ctrl A and now simply go to shape format, select group. Now everything in a single object and you can easily move to any sheet you want, and this is how we can create this amazing chart. I hope you learned something useful from the video. If you have any specific question, just write me comment. Thank you so much.